What if I told you 5 days could completely change the way you see the sky? In this 5-day itinerary, we will tell you just what you need to experience Tromsø, the Arctic capital of Norway, where the northern lights don't just appear, they perform. Before we start mapping out your days, let's talk about the 2 things that can make or break your trip: when you go and what you wear. Mark your calendar for the window between September and early April, because the Arctic nights are long and deep enough between those months to give the Aurora Borealis the dark stage it needs for its spectacular performance. And if you dream of that perfect postcard picture, then you'll want to visit between November and February. Tromsø is beautiful, but it is cold. Forget fashion and embrace the layers. Think thermal base layers, thick wool, and a windproof shell. Your boots should be heavy-duty and insulated. The difference between a miserable 15 minutes and a joyful hour under the lights is a good pair of gloves and hot packs. Prep right, and you'll be ready for the magic. On day 1, you'll be arriving in Tromsø. From the airport, you can easily hop on the Flybus and Airport Express, which is affordable, quick, and drops you right downtown. If you prefer flexibility, rent a car at the airport. But remember, winter roads can be icy and dark, so unless you're comfortable with Arctic driving, tours and public transport are usually the best option. Now, let's talk about where to stay. If you dream of watching the northern lights from your bed, consider booking a glass igloo or an Aurora cabin just outside Tromsø. But if you want to stay central, look for waterfront hotels. Spend your first day settling in. Walk along the harbor, watch the Arctic Cathedral light up across the bridge, and grab a warm cinnamon bun from a cafe. Start your morning slow. Grab coffee, watch the light change over the snowy rooftops, and explore the city. Today, you can visit Polaria, an Arctic aquarium and science center with panoramic films and seals up close. After this visit, you can stroll down Storgata, Tromsø's colorful main street, lined with shops, bakeries, and local boutiques. By midday, it's time for your first real adventure. You can go snowshoeing or snowmobiling across frozen valleys. Or, if you want something cultural, visit a Sami reindeer camp where you can feed the reindeer, hear traditional joik songs, and taste warm beetos, stew cooked over a fire. Now comes the highlight of your trip, your first Northern Lights hunt. This is where I always recommend booking a guided tour, and one of the best operators here is Arctic Explorers. But you can do any tour that speaks to you. So, why book a tour instead of going on your own? First, local knowledge. Tromsø sits inside the auroral oval, but the weather changes constantly. Experienced guides read the conditions, follow live forecasts, and literally chase clear skies, sometimes driving hours into the fjords or inland valleys like Skibotn to find the perfect spot. Second, a good tour includes an experienced driver, warm suits, boots, and safety gear. Arctic Explorers and other reputable companies bring professional cameras, tripods, and teach you how to shoot the lights yourself. They often build a campfire, serve hot chocolate, and even send you professional photos afterward. If you only have a few nights in Tromsø, book at least 1 or 2 guided Aurora tours. It's the best way to maximize your chances and see more of Norway's Arctic wilderness. If this is inspiring your wanderlust, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's move on to day 3. By now, you've hopefully seen your first aurora. But the Arctic adventure continues today. Dedicate your day to something unforgettable. Husky sledding is a must-do. You'll drive your own sled through silent, snow-covered landscapes with a team of energetic dogs leading the way. If you visit between late October and mid-January, consider a whale-watching cruise instead. During those months, orcas and humpback whales gather around the fjords near Tromsø to feed. It's one of nature's greatest spectacles. For a slower day, head back to the Sami reindeer camp or take a photography walk along the frozen coastlines around Tromsø. Every night remains another chance to see the aurora, and each display is different from the last. after a few busy days, it's time to slow down and soak in the Arctic landscape. Take a fjord cruise or drive along the Lingen Alps, where mountains rise straight out of the sea and the light changes every minute. Then, do what Norwegians do best: sauna and sea dip. Warm up in a wood-fired sauna overlooking the fjord. And if you're feeling brave, jump into the icy water for a few seconds before retreating back to the heat. It's invigorating, and locals swear by it. If you haven't yet stayed in a glass igloo, tonight is the night. Watching the aurora from a warm bed, with snowflakes falling outside, is the perfect way to close your adventure. On your final day, take your time. Have one last wander through the city. Visit the Arctic Cathedral, or pick up souvenirs like local knitwear or reindeer leather crafts. Grab a hot drink and a cinnamon bun for the flight home, and take one last look at the snowy mountains that surround Tromsø. In just 5 days, you can experience so many sides of northern Norway. The Northern Lights might be the reason you come, but it's the warmth of the people, the stillness of the fjords, and the stories shared under the Arctic sky that will make you want to return. If this itinerary helped you plan your trip, or maybe just inspired you to dream, make sure to subscribe for more travel guides, and let me know in the comments, would you rather stay in a glass igloo or a cozy cabin in the city?